Okay, let's talk about the Urad market, because right now, something really interesting is happening. And honestly, it's a bit of a puzzle. On the surface, things just don't seem to add up. But stick with me, and we'll piece it all together.
And this is the core of the mystery we're diving into today. I mean, think about it. Normally, a bad local harvest means less supply, right? And less supply should push prices up. But what we're seeing is the exact opposite. So what in the world is going on?
And look, this isn't just a hunch. The numbers prove it. We're seeing prices drop across major city hubs. In Mumbai and Chennai, they're down more than 2%. And check out Delhi. It's an even bigger drop, almost 5%. So yeah, piece number one of our puzzle is locked in. Prices are definitely falling.
Now, here's where the story gets really counterintuitive. Because if you only look at what's happening inside India, the domestic situation, you'd expect prices to be heading in the complete opposite direction.
At first glance, you might see this number and think everything's fine. Farmers actually increased the amount of land they planted with Urad by over 6.5%. So you'd think, okay, more land means more supply, and that should lead to stable prices, right?
Well, here's the twist. Even with more land being sown, the actual amount of Urad showing up in the markets, it's tanked. We're talking a drop of nearly 13.5%. So we've got more fields planted, but way less product actually getting to market. How is that even possible?
Well, the answer comes down to one word: quality. The harvest just got hammered by rain, so the little bit of crop that is making it to market is, frankly, not great. It's dull, it's got too much moisture, and some of it is just plain damaged. This quality is so poor and so widespread that it's stopping prices from shooting up like you'd normally expect when supply is this low. So, to recap, we have a weak domestic supply that should be pushing prices sky high, but it isn't. To find the other major force at play here, the one that's actively pulling prices down, we have to look beyond our own borders. And there it is. The absolute key to solving this whole puzzle isn't in India at all. It's coming from our neighbor, Myanmar. Imports are completely rewriting the rules of the game here. This pressure is building up because the Urad we're getting from Myanmar is getting cheaper. You can see it right here, whether you're talking about the standard, fair average quality or the higher-end special quality, the prices have dropped. This makes Burmese Urad a much more tempting and affordable option for buyers. And this is so important. This isn't just a one-time shipment. We're expecting a steady, continuous flow of Urad from Myanmar's stockpiles. What that does is create this constant, reliable downward pressure on prices right here in the Indian market. Okay, so now we have the two sides of the story. On one side, we've got this troubled domestic harvest, and on the other, a steady stream of cheaper imports. Let's put them head to head and really see the full picture of this market tug-of-war. So this is the whole conflict in a nutshell. On one end of the rope, pulling prices up, you have the weak domestic situation, low supply, bad quality. But on the other end, pulling just as hard in the opposite direction, you have those continuous, cheaper imports from Myanmar. The market is just stuck. It's locked in a perfect stalemate. And what that means is, for now, neither side is winning this tug of war. The big takeaway from the source material is that prices are expected to stay range-bound. Basically, they're stuck right in the middle. And just so we're all on the same page, what does range-bound actually mean? Well, it describes this exact situation perfectly. It's when a price is trapped. It can't go up because of imports, and it can't go down because of the poor domestic supply. It's just moving sideways in a predictable little channel. So all of this leaves us with one final big question. In a market where poor local supply is perfectly canceled out by a steady flow of foreign imports, what could possibly be strong enough to break this deadlock? What's it going to take to finally tip the scales one way or the other? That's the real story to watch now.